Yo, yo, yo. What's good, family? It's your boy, Eight Face, the Muddy Professor, back again with another video. Um, First and foremost, I gotta address the elephant in the room, or better yet, the gorilla in the room. Yeah, I changed my mask. And I like it. You know what I'm saying? Here and there, whatever. This is my little thing. I'm into the whole ape thing. Maybe one day I'll make a video explaining what I mean about being into the whole ape thing, whatever. I got a whole philosophy behind certain thing, you know, or whatever. But yeah. So and I noticed also y'all probably y'all probably noticed, not me. I've been noticed, but y'all probably noticed that I also added to my name, call myself Eight Face. Well, reason is obvious, right? But also I noticed online though, like there was other people calling themselves the Muddy Professor, and this is like honestly, I thought my idea was original. Like I thought it was, I mean, of course, it's not like impossible. Somebody could have thought about it before me, but I had a whole original thing behind the way I came up with the name. I didn't hear it nowhere else. I actually thought it was original when I came up with it, and come to find out other people had it first, right? And that kind of brings me into what I want to share with today, like new mask, new face, right? New name. So I kind of want to bring a whole new like subject today, a little bit, right? So yeah, me thinking that this you ever have that happen to you? Like you ever have a thought, but you thought your thought was so original, and then come to find out somebody else already was doing it, and they doing it probably better than what you thought about, right? Okay, I I got something to share on that, right? So a lot of times we think our thoughts are ours, right? But in a way they really not, and I know that's a little bit confusing, but it's like okay, I like to see it like okay, there's a big thought bank out there with every single thought that could ever be thought, ever that could ever be thought is in this thought bank, and we have access to it, right? And we go and visit the thought bank, and we choose from the thought bank what thoughts we want to think, but they're not ours. But we get to choose the ones that we want to think. So so when we go to this thought bank, certain people they're in a certain state or whatever. Normally you might have a happy-go-lucky person with a lot of energy, and they visit that lot of energy, happy-go-lucky thought bank, section. Then you got like a more melancholy, macabre type person. They'll go and visit that type of thought bank section. This is where your preferences lie, right? But you can always change your preference anytime you want. You know what I mean? It's not easy to do, but it's simple. It's as simple as that. Like you could just change your thought process anytime, right? Anytime. You could decide that you don't want to think in a certain way anymore, and you won't be in that way no more. But anyway, um, yeah. So these thoughts don't belong to us, right? But we go and we grab them and we possess them. We take them and we make them ours. We actually a lot of times this is what happens. So we'll visit in a certain section of this bank enough where once we start grabbing these thoughts, the thought we no longer possess the thought. Now the thought is possessing us. Okay, so this is what I believe demon possession is. All right, many people will argue and with me, but hear me out. Um, in Islam, right, demons are something called like they like bad. All right, so there's these beings called jinn. There's jinn and there's angels. In Christianity, the demons come from the angels. They're fallen angels, right? In Christianity, well, in Islam, angels are incorruptible. They can never be corrupted. They're always true. They're always they can't be corrupted. And the reason is because they're made from light, right? And the jinn are like below the angels, higher beings above us, but below angels, and they can be corrupted. Some are good, some are bad. Think about the root word in genie is jinn. Jinn is actually a genie, so genie grant wishes and stuff. I'm gonna get into all that, but that's where that comes from, a genie. So jinn could be good or they could be bad. They're said to whisper in our ear. Now jinn are made from smokeless fire. All right. So let me get into that. To that. Within us, we have emotion, we have passion, things like that, right? This is like in us a burning fire. You could consider even a smokeless fire, right? So from our passion and our emotion comes a lot of things, like art. Art comes out of that, right? And we can make beautiful things. Jinn are said to inspire through art. A genius. A genius, the root word of genius is jinn. That's where we get genius from, jinn. So jinn are said to like whisper in our ear and influence us. Now they can influence us in a good way, make us, give us good, like smart things like that, right? They give us good information. These are the thoughts that we're borrowing. They're not exactly ours. We borrow them, right? They come from, who, God, the source, whoever you want to call that. They're all out there. So now they whisper in our ear and stuff like that, right? So genius and all that, genie. Now think about it like this: like people speak on law of attraction, and if you put your feelings in the right frequency and you put your thoughts and all that stuff in the right frequency, right, you can manifest things, right, or whatever. Well, even that kind of like falls in line with it, right? Because the jinn, uh, they're the thought, right? That's the good one, and it comes from the emotion, from the feelings and stuff that you have, and and if they're genie, think about it, genie granted wishes, right? So these jinn could grant wishes, the thought, all that, it could manifest, make manifestations happen. That goes along with the law of attraction, whether you believe it or not. But I'm just trying to relate how this relates into all these fields, right? Through Islam, all that, right? Christianity with the demon possession. Now, if you have a jinn, like if you're going into this bad thought bank and you keep going and keep going, now the thoughts start to possess you. Now you start to feel low, stuff like that. You want to harm yourself, do all these things. When you hear about demon possession in the Bible, these are certain characteristics that the people were suffering from. It was almost like mental illness, right? I'm not gonna say everybody who's mentally ill is demon possessed. I'm not trying to put that out there like that. What I'm saying is, what we think and consider demons are thoughts that we keep visiting. These thoughts whisper to us in our ear, they influence us. A lot of times they're from my emotion. So if I'm in a bad way, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling depressed, a lot of depressive thoughts happen, right? If I keep visiting and dwelling in that space and I keep talking more or less to these demons and letting them talk to me and stuff like that, now it's like the thought becomes me. Now think about this though, because if you think about anything, and like what do you think about most every day? Like anybody watching this, like answer that question to yourself. What do you think about most every day? Now think about how you identify yourself. More than likely, what you mostly think about is a huge influence on how you identify yourself, because that's how it is. The thought in a way becomes you. So how you could be demon possessed, you could also be like angel possessed. Now I said in Islam, angels are made from light. They're incorruptible. Now, what's a metaphor for light in Christianity? Truth, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? These are all things. Jesus was called the light of the world. So, like, light is all like pureness, goodness. And in a way, light can't be corrupted. Truth can't be corrupted. I mean, truth, people can add to truth and stuff like that, but ultimate truth can't be corrupted. You can't lie with ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is incorruptible. Knowledge, even knowledge, right? Like if I gain knowledge on all things and there's a proper knowledge that I gain, it's incorruptible. It's like you can't corrupt what you know. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. What you've experienced, what you learned and things. So angels in a way are representation of that night, of that light, of that goodness, of that knowledge, of the truth. You know what I'm saying? So we could be possessed by that. Same way we be possessed by demons, which is all like kind of like lies that we tell ourselves, the doubts that we tell ourselves. Oh, you're dumb, you're fat, you're ugly, you're worthless, all those things that we say to ourselves. These are lies, right? And who, in Christianity, what's the devil called? The father of who? The father of lies. You know what I'm saying? You ever hear people say the devil is a liar? All these things are accurate. All these things are accurate. That's because the devil is, in a way, the devil, like how I see it, I mean, I'm sure he can manifest as an entity, but I don't really consider the devil like a person, right? It's more like the devil is all those bad doubts, lies, and things that we've been told and we believe, and you know, and the things that hold us away from having a true connection with our Father, like Jesus did. You know what I'm saying? Having that true connection, all those things that stand in the way in between that, I mean, that's more or less, that's our enemy. That's the devil. That's the devil right there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those things are within us. How we think, how we choose to think, how we choose to perceive, all that stuff is within us, mostly. In a way where we control that situation. This is why we're held responsible. This is why we are responsible to God. And God is saying, like, listen, I gave y'all access to good stuff and bad stuff. Y'all chose the bad. And then when you chose the bad, you chose to dwell inside within you in the bad place. You chose that. This is your own fault, right? You may have a lot of negativity in your life. A lot of that could be cleaned up by you if you so choose to do it. It's hard, but it's your choice. You don't have to. And then you could dwell in the hell that you create for yourself and be miserable, right? Because misery is a choice. It's a choice. So if you want to be miserable in this situation, go ahead and be miserable. I never told you that, how to feel. This is your choice. This is your free will. So in the end, yeah, you have the free will to do right or wrong, or to think right or wrong, or to feel right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? And in those moments when things happen, because sometimes blessings are in disguise. And sometimes curses are in disguise too. They come disguised like a blessing. And you're living in hell for a long time and not even realize it. You're miserable, rotten, but you got a nice car. You got a nice house. But these things are killing you. You're working, 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 never have nothing, always stressed out, or never have time for your family, all that stuff, right? And then for what? For what? To have something nice. How nice is that thing when it has, at what cost? You know? But then on the flip side, you might have somebody who's poor, appreciates what they have in life. I mean, I don't consider myself to be in poverty, but I am not by far rich. And I really do appreciate my life, and I feel rich in that way. I promise you I do, and I'm not saying this just for the video. This is really, truly how I feel. There's moments. I have moments when I am depressed. I have moments when I do feel sad, yes. But my overall life, I can't complain. I feel blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed, and I know this. You know what I'm saying? And I choose that. I choose that because I have so much that I could look at and be like, man, my life is messed up. I hate it. I used to be that way. And I lived in a hell. And when I chose heaven, when I chose to live in heaven, things started looking better for me. Even though things around me didn't really change, things in here changed. And it changed so much that it's like I kind of changed the things outside of me by changing the things in here. This is so true. And anybody who's been on a spiritual journey, they know this. They know this for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Jim Rohn, one of my favorite people, he's dead now, but one of my favorite people, speakers, he says, if you change, everything will change. Yo, I heard that about 2.5 years ago, for the first time. And I took that advice from then. And I've been on my spiritual journey for a minute, for a long time, but I made major advancements from that time till now based off of that philosophy. If I change, everything else will change. And you know what? I change. And I promise you on everything that everything else in my life, on God, homie, everything else in my life changed. And it changed for the better. And I ain't going to complain. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'm trying to make even better changes and even better. Watch me, watch me. Y'all see me now, right? Watch the kid Eight Face get up. You know what I mean? Eight Face gonna be somebody one day. Maybe not as Eight Face, but you know what I'm saying? The Muddy Professor, you know. And not only that, you know what? It's not even for my own glory. Because one day, true stuff. I may never get famous, none of that. And you know what? I'm still happy, I'm still good. But I hope these videos touch somebody in some way, that I am somebody to that person in a way that they get touched and they change and they make the world better and they make their life better and all that stuff. Because by you making the world better, by you becoming better, you making the world better, I promise you. Well, I said in my old videos about the DNA and all that stuff, right? You make the world better. You leave your DNA, like you're a good person and stuff. You leave your DNA around in this world, and that DNA will change this world. True story. I'm out here in the woods, right? Right? So I'm a good guy. I choose to pee on this tree. This tree bears some fruit. An animal eats it, or even human, somebody eat it. In some way, my DNA is involved in that fruit. And in some way, if I'm a good guy and I'm about helping and I'm about service to my fellow people in a way that I really feel like I am, and if I'm truly like that, my 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 DNA that's built up in that positive way and that energy that has that is gonna be ingested by this animal, this person, this whoever. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how I affect the world. That's how you affect the world. You a bad guy, you rotten, you leaving rotten DNA around, that getting in people, that's getting in animals, that's getting in all the, into nature and all that stuff. Make nature nasty, make nature rotten. Yo, I sound crazy, but I'm telling y'all people the truth. You know, the thing is that I say things in a certain way, and I'm using certain words that y'all may not be familiar with, or y'all be like, oh, this is crazy, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? But science will give you a word like cholesterol and tell you, oh, cholesterol is no good for you. I'm telling you cholesterol falls in the category of what I'm saying is negative, positive energy. Cholesterol is a bad energy food. You putting that into your body. Sooner or later it's going to deteriorate you. You know what I'm saying? The doctors call it cholesterol. I'm telling you putting negative energy in your body. You're just poisoning yourself. You know what I mean? I'm saying the same thing they telling me. I'm saying the same thing they telling me. You gotta watch the food you put in your body. You gotta watch the things that you choose to watch, read, ingest into, listen to. You know what I'm saying? These things affect you. True story. But yeah, anyway, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all go on that one. Definitely gonna holler soon. But until then, peace and blessings. I'm out, homie. Peace.